Hi guys, it's Josephine. Thanks for joining Modern Mystics. Today I'm going to be doing some tarot readings for you guys, just answering your questions, trying to shed some light on, all the uncertainty that we've got going on, and I'm just going to jump right into it. And also, where's the deck? Here is my Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck by Matt Hughes. Really enjoying this. I really love this tarot deck, and so it's the one that I usually use. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to answer Brian's question. Brian is 36, and he's asking, why do so many people have trouble losing weight and sleeping? What can people do to help themselves lose weight? I think that I've answered a question kind of similar to this before, and also, just to throw in my own 2 cents, I think a lot of it is stress and just not having enough time. It can be very difficult to lose weight whenever you're very stressed, and I think that a lot of people are stressed right now, especially. So, but I am gonna pull a card and see. And if you want, then you can look at this as your personal card, or you can just take this as general advice. But let's see what jumps out. Alright, so looks like it's 5 of Swords. To me, this kind of says maybe you're not sure what to do, or maybe you're feeling kind of knocked down or insecure from attempts in the past that have failed. It also could be others are preventing you by kind of taking all your time, or you're giving up too much of your time to other people, and so you're not able to kind of focus on your health goals for yourself. Because at the end of the day, whenever you're trying to fit in the time to work out, fit in the time to kind of eat healthier, fit in the time to de-stress, it can be hard to do that. It can be hard because you've got bills, and you've got your job, and you've got maybe your family, you've maybe got friends that need help from you, and it can leave not very much time for ourselves. So maybe that's what it is. I would say also, don't worry about what others are thinking. Maybe you're trying too much to please other people, or you're trying to fit some kind of standard, and maybe your body just isn't meant to do that. Maybe your body is holding on to enough weight to keep you healthy. Maybe your body shape is built for you to be more athletic, and it might just be that you're trying to fit into a body standard that's kind of irrelevant. It's irrelevant to how healthy you are and to how meaningful your life is. And if you want to do it for yourself, that's fine, that's great. But if you're doing it to try and impress other people, or you're doing it because you feel like you won't be good enough until you do that, try to let go of this idea, try to let go of this, and try to focus more on your health, focus more on just I don't know, to me it says maybe cutting corners or something. Maybe you're cutting corners to try and lose weight, or maybe you're trying every now and again to work out and eat healthy, or trying every now and again to take care of yourself, but it's just not cutting it. And so you need to devote a little more time to that, I think. That's my advice. I hope that helped you, Brian. And I'm going to move on to Elise. Elise is 44, and she asks, will I find a new job soon? So I know it can be hard to get a job right now. I know that the job market's a little difficult, but let's see. Let's see if we can find a new job for Elise. And I'm gonna pull 2 cards, and so if it's a yes, then we're just gonna see what the job will be like, and if it's a no, then we're gonna see what we can do to help Elise get the job that she wants. I think that's a good way to do it. So we've got the Emperor, and I think that's a good sign. The Emperor, I think, is a yes. You are going to get a new job soon. And I'm not sure what soon is, like how soon is soon, but this is an Aries card, so that suggests to me that it will be pretty soon. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's a very fast-moving sign. And I think that you're also going to have sort of some, maybe like a supervisor type job, or maybe you're going to be like using your degree. Maybe you have a degree, and so you'll finally be able to use, it's like a mastery type thing. This is something that you've mastered, something that you're uniquely good at, and you might actually have like people who look to you, like you might have employees who are below you that you need to kind of look out for. You're going to need to be like focused on the good of others, like not saying that you're not, just like be aware that your actions can affect other people. So let's pull another card and see if we can see what the job is going to be like. I'm just going to put that aside so I can get that one, because I want to show them together. Alright, so we have got Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands here. And I think this is great. Like, these are great two cards to have together. Ace of Wands is like new stuff that's coming into your life, you know, new seeds that you're planting that are going to be really good for you. This might be a place that you stay for a long time. I definitely think this is going to happen quickly. This is going to be moving very fast. There may, like, it might even be like you've submitted something for this job and they're already looking at it. Like, you've submitted your resume, they're already like in the process of contacting you back. But yeah, I do think it's going to be something that you're a master of, something that other people are going to look to you for guidance, and so you might be a supervisor, and congratulations. I'm really happy for you. That's a good combo of cards, I think, for a new job. I really do. I think that's really like a real important new start for you. Alright, congratulations. I'm going to move on to Josie. And Josie is 43, and she asks, when will the world come together and find peace? And this is a big question. Like, for example, I don't know that anyone has kind of come up with the answer yet, and I think it would be a really complex answer, but I want to say, let's look and see like what we can do in our present time, and like just as the people that we are now, what can we do to kind of help usher in peace? What can we do to kind of start bringing peace to our lives and help the world come together in this way? I think that's a good way to look at it. So let's see if anything jumps out. Alright, so Four of Wands. Four of Wands. This is a very peaceful card. This is a very like celebration. So I think this is a good omen, at least. Maybe we're getting closer to peace. Maybe just we need to treat other people more like family and treat them more like, you know, we can have peace. I think sometimes we go into the world and we feel like we have to put a guard up and we have to be really aware of our surroundings, and we have to be kind of like paying attention to what's going on, and just like let's try and give peace a chance. Like, let's try and like see the best in others. Let's try and like actively work towards this peace, instead of like saying, when is the world gonna find peace, and then like going out and kind of acting like everything is a war. I think you have to kind of see the peace and start working towards it actively, even when like maybe everyone else doesn't see it. I think that's kind of what I'm going to interpret that as. I'm going to pull another card, just see if we can get some clarity on Four of Wands. So we've got the Tower. And the Tower, I feel like, suggests, yeah, like we need to break down kind of our ideas. Maybe even of what we think peace is. Like, maybe we need to just kind of, like, break down our ideas of peace and try to, like, look and see, like, what does the world really need? How can we, like, give back to people? How can we, like, get rid of systems that are not helping people and instead kind of try to usher in systems that are helping people? What can we do to kind of, like, destroy and rebuild? Like, let's destroy what's hurting people and rebuild with stuff that is helping people. That's what I think. I think that once we do that, once we kind of, like, get the negative out of the way, you can bring in the positive. But first you have to get rid of the negative, because you can't just try to work them together. They're not going to work together. So that is my advice. I think break down some negative systems and ideas, and build up positive ones. Build up ones where we can feel proud of ourselves and where we can feel like we're really helping people and we've got a support system. That's what I feel like, really need as people. Alright, I hope that answers your question. I'm going to move on to Ayla, who is 26, and she asks, will my student loans be forgiven in the next couple of years? So, I hope so. That would be nice. I would like for my own student loans to be forgiven, and I hope yours are too. So let's look and see if they will be forgiven in the next couple of years. That would be great. I would love to see student loans forgiven for anybody. Even if it is only Ayla that gets her student loans forgiven, that'd be great. I would be so happy for you. Alright, let's see. So, we got Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is kind of a card of struggle and a card of, like, you're gonna have to kind of fight for it to happen. So it might be that you can get them forgiven, but it takes some struggle. Maybe they don't make it easy. Maybe it's like, you can get your student loans forgiven, but you have to fill out all this paperwork, and you have to, wait several months or something to make it go through the full, like, bureaucratic process. Let's pull another card, see if we can find anything a little less, see if we can, like, get some clarity on whether or not it'll happen, because that's like, you might not get it, you might get it. It's kind of like, it seems like it would be a struggle either way. Alright, so we've got Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups and the Seven of Wands together, I feel like this means that you will get it. And so Three of Cups is like celebration, and we're partying and friends having fun together. It says the next couple of years, so this might mean like it'll be in the next 3 years instead of 2 years. Because I assume, like, a couple is just 2, so it might mean that it's in 3 years. Or it might mean that you have to struggle, but then you're gonna celebrate. I think in any case, it's a good omen. I think it might not be like the easiest thing to achieve, but I think you're gonna get it. Like, I think that you will end up having them forgiven. And congratulations. Best of luck to you, Ayla. I really hope that you do get them forgiven. I am going to move on to Eloise, who is 53, and she says that she's been encountering challenges in her business. Are these challenges temporary, or is she being led to go in another direction? And, okay, so I'm going to pull a card to see if this is temporary, or is it not? So just yes or no, is this a temporary situation? And I'm going to interpret this card as like a yes or a no. So it looks like Four of Pentacles. And I'm going to say yes, that this means yes, it's a temporary situation. But you probably need to be saving money. You probably need to be kind of wise with your business decisions. Like, don't jump into any big business decisions right now. I would say just kind of hold on to what you've got. Don't try and like expand. But I do think that yes, it's a temporary situation. I'll pull another card just to see some advice on like how you can keep things moving and keep things kind of in the best possible situation. Alright, so King of Cups. So I think you're gonna need to be intuitive. You're gonna need to just kind of stay the course. Feel it out. Go with your gut. I think you already kind of know that this is a temporary situation, but you're gonna need to make like smart business decisions in order to get over this hump, like get over this like little obstacle that you've got in the way. It's kind of like roadblocking you right now, and you need to just like make smart business decisions and don't expand. Just keep it and like trust yourself. Don't listen to a bunch of other people, or there might be like a really wise man in your life, like an older man who might know how to give you some wisdom on this, and it might be not even really financial wisdom, but more like emotional mindset type wisdom. And I think that is that's your best course of action. Stay the course, be smart with your money, and there might be like a older man who can give you good advice when it comes to keeping your business going. And I hope that helps you out, Eloise. I am gonna move on to Fran, who is 23, and she asks, how can I find more structure and stability in my life? So let's see what we can do to kind of build a little more stability into your life and not be so like stressed out, because it might be stress. Whenever people say like, how can I find more stability, I always think it might be that you're stressed. So let's look and see what the cards have to say. Alright. So I think, yeah, it's Ten of Wands. So I think you are dealing with a lot of stress right now. I think that you might be carrying other people's burdens. You might be just trying to work through all your feelings, and that's kind of like piling up for you. I think there's a kind of culture like of thinking that you need to do everything yourself, or you need to not rely on anybody else for help. But you can't do everything yourself, and you're trying to do everything yourself, and you're just like breaking your back trying to do it. I think that you, like, maybe you have too many jobs, or you have too many responsibilities, or you have too many like talents even, and you're trying to pursue all of them. So you might need to like know your limits a little bit better and not try to do so much, even though it really seems like that is what you should be doing. I'm going to pull one more card and try to see if there's a way for you to kind of improve the stability in your life. Because I do think that is like the cause of instability for you. So we have got Five of Cups. And Five of Cups is kind of saying, I do think it is that you're trying to do too much right now. You're trying to do, like, maybe you've got a big job, or you've got like a big load of side hustles, or you're just trying to do too much for too many people, and like you're noticing things like falling through the cracks. You're noticing like a chain reaction maybe of, you've got so many things that you're trying to do, and so like inevitably you're one person, you can't do all these things, and so these cups end up falling over and you're sad about them, but you've still got these two good cups back here. I don't know if you can see them, but there's two cups behind him. This is a card of kind of like being sad about what you've lost but not being thankful for what you still have. So you need to kind of turn around and look at these two cups and put some more focus just on those two cups. Stop trying to carry these 5 cups at once or carry all these like sticks on your back. You need to simplify. Focus on those 2 cups and build them up and make them really good. And that way you can kind of create the stability in your life that you're looking for. I think that that's really the only issue. That's kind of like the problem, is that you're trying to do too much. So once you simplify, I think things will get easier. And that is my advice to you, Fran. I hope that you can get everything back to where it's stable. That, yeah, just simplify your life, and I think things are gonna start doing better. Hope that answers your question. I'm gonna move on to Isabel, who is 29, and she says, I've been in a long distance relationship for 2 years. Do you see him moving here and us finally being together? So let's see if he is gonna move there. Let's see. Just a yes or no, is he gonna move there? Alright, so we've got 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands, I say, yeah, he's probably planning to come. Like, this is a yes, but it's still kind of in the planning stages. So let's see, let me pull another card and see if he's planning, like if he's actually going to move there, like in the foreseeable future. Alright. So, the Artist. This is a card that's only in the Matt Hughes tarot deck. He added 2 cards. There's the Well and the Artist. The Artist, again, just seems like it's kind of a dreamy thing. Like, it's kind of a creative idea. I think that you guys might be kind of stuck in the planning stages, and you need to kind of start putting some action behind this. I think that might be what this means. Because this is kind of a maybe, I believe. So let me look, and I'll pull one more card and see if we can clarify that one. Okay, so we got 3 of Cups again. This one, it's another 3 card, so we've got the 3 of Wands and the Artist and the 3 of Cups. So I think that this is kind of like you're stuck in the planning stages, and you need to kind of start putting some action behind it, because if you don't start like setting dates and saying, okay, we're gonna do this by this time, and you might be waiting on some type of like financial offer or some type of job offer in order for him to be able to move there, and that might be what's holding you back. But I do see this as like, there's definitely positive feelings, like this is something that he wants to do, but you're kind of like not sure how to do it maybe, so just try to get more into the actual doing and get out of the planning. Don't talk about like this someday, start like being like, okay, January, February, March, this is what we're doing, and then working from there. I think that's kind of, and it's, you know, a celebration card. So I think it is going to happen. You've just got to get out of the planning stages and get your head in the game and get in there. I think that's probably all you really need to do. So congratulations, guys, and I hope you guys get to live together soon. I'm gonna move on to Glenn, and Glenn is 32, and he says, I've had so many ups and downs over the last few years. Will my life ever return to normal? So I am gonna say, like, maybe let's not look and see if it returns to normal, because people are always changing and the world is always changing. Let's look at a return to stability. And it can just be like something that you're used to. Like, see if we can get back to something that you're used to, but maybe not exactly what it used to be. Because it can really be hard to go backwards, especially if you've been going through a lot of upheaval, and then you kind of realize that if you did get back into that situation, you're not the same person anymore. So let's look at like a return to stability for you. See how you can build stability in your life. It also, Glenn is a Gemini, so I see that like there is the Gemini and Sagittarius eclipse season that we're kind of going through right now, and it goes through until January 19th, 2022. Yeah. Yes, yeah. So you're like, maybe this is something that's causing some struggle for you, that you're kind of just like, you're going through these eclipse seasons and they're maybe hitting your sun, and maybe you've just been kind of going through that. And if you've got any Cancer or Capricorn placements, you could have been affected by all the Pluto and Saturn and Jupiter moving through Capricorn this past year and the year before. Like, Jupiter wasn't there, but it was like, there's a lot going on, especially for people with placements around that area. So if you did have like, say, a Cancer Mercury or a Cancer moon or a Capricorn moon, maybe that's kind of what's causing all this upheaval in your life. But I am going to pull a card to see how you can like help build this stability back into your life and not let all this eclipse season drive you crazy. Alright, let's see. Alright. So, Eight of Pentacles. I see this as being kind of, you're gonna have to keep like working through it. Just try and keep your head down. Try and work through it. Learn the lessons that it's trying to teach you. Don't like struggle against it super hard. Like if you've got these changes in your life that are happening and you're not happy with them, just try and accept them, at least for a little while. See how it feels. See if like this is illuminating something in your life you did need to change. Maybe like now you have to get up really early, so you're having to go to bed early at night, and you don't like going to bed early at night, but it's better for your health. Like, sometimes we don't see kind of the benefits of all the changes in our life until after we see kind of the effect that it had on us. And that could be what it is, but I do think you're just going to have to work patiently through it. It's still probably going to go on for a little bit longer. But I do see it as like returning to normal at some point. I'm going to pull one more card for you to see like another thing you can do to build stability in your life. Let's pull one more card. Alright, so we've got Two of Pentacles. Since these are both Pentacle cards, I think that it's kind of just like, you really will need to be your own stability. Like, save money and be flexible whenever, hidden unforeseen costs come up and things like that. And just try and stick to what works. Stick to what works. Don't go out on a bunch of limbs. And yeah, just be flexible. This definitely is a card of flexibility, a card of kind of like, you kind of have to juggle a couple things to keep all the stuff you're trying to do in the air. So that is my advice to you. And definitely, I would say, save money, or at least like keep it in areas where you can kind of keep an eye on it. And I think I'm going to finish up there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for asking so many good questions. I love doing this for you guys. And I'll see you next time on Modern Mystics. Bye guys, have a great week. Bye.